Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream with me, Forte07, and some more Pokemon Emeralds. Sorry for the delay in starting tonight. I have a headache that I was hoping would go away. It's kind of away. And I was also cleaning off counter space for a food saver, vacuum sealing machine. Because my mom brought me over, this giant thing of hamburger meat that I need to kind of separate. So I need to find space for it. Hello, Twaz. I also wanted to say thank you to Inz and and Maddie Uwu. Because they followed the stream at some point when I wasn't streaming. They followed the channel, that is. Ha 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 ha. Hi, it's Trent. Ha ha. Trying to chat. Oh, it's like, ha. Okay. I don't fucking know. Wall climbing is harsh exercise. Ha. Ha. Oof. It's steeper now. We'll chat another time. Why the fuck would you make a call if you're climbing a mountain? I've forgotten what we were doing already. I think we were grinding, weren't we? I don't remember. Yeah, I think we were grinding. I don't remember where we were grinding at. Oh, we were grinding in the Mirage Tower. That's what we were doing. I guess I appreciate Trent's tenacity, but it's like, yeah. Dude, not now. I'm also a little bitter going into this. Because the other day I was putting random things on YouTube to watch. And I somehow ended up on a Games Done quick run for Pokemon Emerald. And they beat it in 3 hours. I was like, okay, it's different than what we're doing here. But it's like, wow, it takes me 3 hours to maybe get to the next town depending on how things are going. I know they influence things like Pokemon stats and natures and all that kind of stuff that I'm not doing at all. But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay. Just makes me, like I said, a little bitter. Okay, route 112, route 111. Where's my tower? My tower's not here. Yeah, no, they're allowed more than one I mean, they have like set Pokemon that they catch and can use. So the circumstances, not the consequences, are different than what we're doing here. But it's still, it's like I sat there and I was watching it, kind of like cross-armed on the couch. I was like, I should be doing work, but instead I'm gonna watch this route and be slightly angry with myself. For no reason really. Oh, also happy National Canning Day. That's apparently what it is today. According to my calendar. I don't can things. I have a relative that does. But, I mean, that's cool, I guess. I don't know much about canning, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Yesterday was like Caps Lock Day. And I'm bringing it up now because I won't be streaming next Wednesday because I have to leave for Atlanta next Wednesday. But next Wednesday is Candy Corn Day. The day before Halloween is apparently Candy Corn Day. Like, oh, how original. Whenever I get candy corn, I always bite off the yellow, like, technical corn bits. And then I leave the orange and white bits, or whatever color they are. Yeah, the orange and white bits just in the bowl. I think there was one year I made my mom really mad because I honestly just left a bowl with all the yellow tops of the candy corn bitten off. I didn't throw them away. I don't know why. I just left the bowl of half-eaten candy corn. I think that's why my mom stopped buying candy corn. I mean, the whole candy corn tastes like a candy corn, which is that undescribable taste that is candy corn. It's just I like the yellow bits better. I like the corn bit. I don't think they taste different, no. Of course, I could be wrong. Here, we'll go look it up. Do the The separate colors of candy corn taste. Colors of candy corn taste different. Why is it trying to search in the Downfall and Don't Starve Game Wiki? I don't understand why those are the two. Let's see. This is from October 29th, 2013. Oh, there's a picture where it's... No, go away. Ad? There is a picture. Someone's just bitten off... Oh no, they've torn off the each color and like cut it in half or cut it in thirds. Maybe it does have a different... They cut the candy corn into 3 pieces and had people like say if they tasted anything different. Let's see. It was created in the 1880s. The Golitz Candy Company, famous for their candy corn, began selling their brand around 1900. They still make candy corn today, but their company has changed to the Jelly Belly Candy Company. Guess what else they make? It's over 130 years old. Just want to know if there's like different... just flavors. What? No, that's not helping. That's just talking about different things that have taken on the candy corn flavor. Is it in my head candy corn 3 different flavors? Chowhound. This is how I plan on spending my time. Nope, 3 different flavors merged together in a delicate blend to enhance the candy corn experience. What? I like them stale too? No, the candy is all one flavor. The only difference is the food coloring. Jelly Belly makes candy corn and they say that the layers are all the same flavor. Also, I watched on the Food Network where they showed how candy corn was made and they also said that the layers are all the same flavor. Okay, no, we learned something new today. Apparently, it's all the same flavor. The more you know. I mean, they have like different seasonal candy corns and aren't just the Halloween ones. I know you see like weird Christmas ones occasionally. And I think those have different flavors technically. I don't know. I have to be in the mood for candy corn to eat candy corn. And like I said, when I do eat the candy corn, I just eat the yellow bits of the candy corn. I don't know. The yellow coloration is just the more appealing of the 3 colors. Like, I'm just gonna bite this bit off. It's not like it's the center. Oh, I wanted to get Pithy up to 35 and I did. Okay, shoot. Okay, then we're gonna switch people around a bit. I said I would get people up to 35 and then we would attempt, Norman. I don't know how well that's going to go at all. Oh, it makes me nervous thinking about it. Wow, is this all I have for attacks on you? Ew. Well, while it's doing that, I need to go look up. What Pokemon is this? Torkoal. I don't remember how to spell Torkoal. I spelled that totally wrong. The next move he learns is Amnesia at 40. Oh. He actually doesn't learn quite a lot of damaging moves. That's interesting. I guess. I'm gonna say it's interesting. Don't really know if it is interesting or not. That's just whatever. Yeah, you think maybe they would be different flavors, but I guess if you assume when they made them they were just trying to make an interesting looking candy, they wouldn't take the time to develop 3 different flavors and layer them up that way. I kind of want to go like look up a video to see how candy corn is made, just because now I'm curious. Maybe I'll do that later. Of course, I can't. I don't have my TV running right now, which is weird for me because, like I've mentioned in the past, I normally do because I like having the movement outside my my peripheral vision, right? But last night I started watching episodes of Buzz Lightyear Star Command on YouTube. They're out of order, so I have a stupid spreadsheet on Google Docs that I can cross things out on while I watch them. And I don't want to lose my spot in the playlist because I've been watching since I don't know what time I started last night. I went to bed, obviously, for a bit. But yeah, I turned it off because I just started another episode. It's like, I'll finish watching this when I'm done with my stream. So I guess I can look it up on my computer or my phone, on like my laptop or whatever later. Have you ever watched the Gourmet Makers series? I bet they'll try candy corn sometime. No, I can't say I've actually heard of it. Gourmet Makes. No, I can't. Well, and the other thing with my spreadsheet, now I found this on the Buzz Lightyear Star Command wiki, where some of the episodes, they have full transcripts for the episodes. I'm like, alrighty then. But they have, of course, the episode number and the production number listed for each episode. And it's kind of annoying because they do not air the episodes in production order, apparently. So there are certain issues with just timeline continuity that are thrown off. I'm just watching them in whatever order I get them on this playlist I found on YouTube. So, fuck it. Continuity, I guess, just doesn't matter. I was watching it just to fact check some things because I'm weird like that. I don't know. I've been in the mood to write fanfiction lately, but I never actually sit down and write anything fanfiction wise. I'll maybe write like a little thing here and there, but it's never anything long term because I'm really weird when it comes to fanfiction. I know fanfiction is supposed to be more like alternate universe, but if I'm writing fan characters, I like them to mesh with the actual world and the actual fucking timeline. So I'm really fucking picky about timelines and shit like that. And the wiki isn't the most filled in. And it's like they don't always have full sources or quotes or whatever on this particular wiki for certain info bits. And I'm like, okay, guess I'm gonna watch all 62 or whatever episodes of the series just to double check things, because why not? But they've from interviews with some of the like animators, character designers, what have you from the series, because it was a show written for syndication back into the 2000s for Disney, continuity only really mattered if like something came up for a storyline, like they didn't plan beyond that. And from what I read, the pilot episodes to the movie that is Buzz Lightyear Star Command The Adventure Begins, which is probably the first thing people saw. That's what I saw because I got a VHS for it when I was a kid. That was actually made after the 60-some episodes they made for the series. So the things that get revealed in the actual series came before the origin story pilot that is the movie. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. I get it. It works a bit different when it's for TV. It's like, it's just a mess though. I guess I'm used to anime where they have, you know, a continuous story. I don't think there's a large fandom, no. I don't know. I can't really say I've looked too far into it. Also, hi Danny. Title, I'm never finishing this Nuzlocke. I'm gonna try. God damn it. That's why we're here right now. I said I had a headache and I was like, I'm gonna cancel the stream because I want to sleep off this headache. I'm like, no. I refuse. But yeah, I don't know if there is a large Buzz Lightyear Star Command fandom. Rewatching the series, sometimes you forget how bad TV quality animated series were back in the 2000s, in the 90s. Like, they're fun and stuff like that. I mean, I'm still nostalgic for all of them, you know, your old school DuckTales and Freakazoids and all that stuff. But, like, watching this one, I'm like, oh my god, it's so bad. Like, there are certain bits that look okay, and then you just see things like the action is so fucking fast-paced, and the characters are just, every line is just bad exposition, and I'm like, oh, the pacing. Oh, it's killing me. Like, anime pacing can be really annoying, because they'll only reveal, like, one thing per episode in animes at times. 2000s Disney cartoons reveal so much exposition within their 22-minute runtimes. It's, ooh, it's, maybe that's why I got a headache. That and I was just up really late last night, but I was also up late watching Buzz Lightyear Star Command, so maybe the mass amounts of exposition was just giving me a headache. Cause, oh, my fingers got off the right keys for A and B. But, yeah, it's like, And of course there's like this one episode where they just had this throwaway line. They're like, oh yeah, Warp, your partner turned bad, Buzz. I'm like, anyone who saw the movie would already know this. What is with this weird throwaway line? Because they are obviously saying it to characters that already know. It's like, thank you for reminding me of this thing. That and, ooh, sometimes the writing, like with Buzz, he is so idealistic and almost naive. Or, actually, he's very inconsistent with his views on things. Because there's one episode with Warp, he's like, do you think you'll ever come back to Star Command and try again? And I'm like, Buzz, no. He was working as a double agent for years before he finally turned, and probably has, you know, built up a much larger, you know, rap sheet in terms of crimes since then. I don't think Star Command is gonna let that fly. They'll be like, no, he's going to jail forever. No. And then you'll come across another character that's not even as bad, but went evil minorly for some reason, and they're like, oh, they have to go to jail, they're just really bad and evil and stuff, I don't trust them. It's like, 15 episodes ago, you were saying this. Which is it? Again, I get it, it's a children's cartoon from the 2000s, but there's, like, some of the storylines that they try and write, like, there's one episode where Mira, the female ranger on Buzz's team that can ghost through objects, she gets addicted to power because she ends up, like, ghosting through a power core and, you know, fuses with the power or whatever, and gets on a literal power trip. And she keeps doing it, and everyone's like, dude, you can't keep doing this because you're going to hit a point where you're just going to burn out and crash, and it's going to be, like, the worst. You're always going to be chasing that high. Like, she gets a literal addiction, and they have an intervention. They actually have, like, 2 interventions, or attempt to have, like, 2 interventions with her throughout this episode. It's like, oh, that's interesting. That's kind of a very adult, you know, storyline for this 2000s kids cartoon. And even at the end, her dad's like, well, did you learn your lesson? She's like, yeah, I realize I need to stop. He's like, well, that's the first step, is realizing you have a problem. And she's like, there's more? He's like, yeah, this is something you're never gonna, like, fully get over. You're always gonna want to chase that high, but it's you working to not do that. And, you know, it's like, I kind of appreciated it. They're like, yeah, you can work to get better, but you might not get fully better, but that's okay as long as you're trying to not fall back into that hole or something. I don't know. It was late when I watched this episode last night. I'm like, huh, okay. And so that's why it's like, whenever it's like, it's just a kid's show, it's like, yeah, but then you write an episode like this, or then you have an episode where there's this girl who's trying to get revenge on the energy vampire because he drained the energy from her robot parents. You know, it's like, most of the characters that die in the series are robotic, but it's like they still hint at death. They don't technically skirt around it. I mean, you don't actually see anybody die, mind you. But, you know, it's not like they avoid saying dead. They are like, oh no, he's dead. Oh no, all those people died, except they didn't actually really, because it's still a kid's show and we can't actually kill anybody on screen. We can mention it, and I just feel like sometimes they like even avoid the prospects of that being a thing. Crunch. I'll say he already knows bite. Sand tomb, attack, sand attack, bite. 60, what is this, 80? Sure. But, yeah, it's just sometimes, though, the writing, it's just so fast-paced. It's like, man, I don't miss this. I mean, okay, that's a bit weird for me to say, because sometimes I get, like, annoyed with, like, Steven Universe, even, that the writing... But see, they're only doing 11-minute episodes. They don't even get the full 22 minutes for one storyline most of the time. Like, their stories are also very fast-paced if you think about it. Like, they have to establish stuff and resolve it within those 10 minutes, more or less. I'm just gonna round it to 10, which is not a lot of time. And it's like, I wish they would give shows more time to develop characters, but I was reading through an interview, like I said, with one of the animators, character designers, whatever, I don't remember what he was, for Buzz Lightyear, and he's like, fans want, like, you know, consistency in stuff for their continuity, but networks don't like that for syndication. They want episodes that can sit alone and you can watch them in any order. So unfortunately, that kind of gets thrown to the wayside when you have a show and you're trying to get it produced for TV. I mean, at least back in the 2000s, I'm sure it's similar to how it is now, though the industry, I guess, might be a little bit different when it comes to just the binge culture that we have nowadays with streaming. But it's just interesting when you actually hear... Yeah, exactly. It's like you wonder if there's less of that. Like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Have a more solid, straightforward storyline that people can binge. If they really like it, they'll come back. There's nothing wrong with having a show where the episodes are standalone necessarily. But it's like in this day and age where we've been built up to want a continuous storyline across multiple things. Looking at you, MCU. Like... I feel like they want to grasp onto that. Again, it's a double-edged sword. Not everything has to be connected to each other. And go on forever. But at the same time, sometimes it's nice. Especially if you're trying to establish a story, I guess. With Buzz Lightyear, though, I mean... If you look at it, it's like, okay... Yeah, they're space rangers and they go on fun space adventures. Yay! You don't necessarily need an overarching storyline the entire time. But it'd be nice if they actually aired the episodes in a way where continuity made sense or something. And I guess that's just the thing. Like, I don't need every episode to be linked to each other one after another. But it's like if you bring another character in from an episode that we saw them in previously and you don't acknowledge or there's something different about them that should have already happened, then that's just going to throw me off. Again, right now it doesn't matter because I'm just watching all the episodes out of order because it seems like everyone's just throwing continuity to the wayside, but still, I don't know, it just makes me a little curious about other older shows I remember watching. It's like I kind of want to go back and just kind of see like how they handle that. Because it depends on the show. It's like, okay, let's say you have Freakazoid. Freakazoid is notoriously fourth wall breaking and shit like that. So continuity and consistency doesn't really matter. Because they establish from the get-go that it doesn't matter, and you can live with that. It's like, if that's established as a rule, fine. I mean, I guess with Buzz Lightyear it kind of is, but again, they're also introducing concepts and ideas that should carry over from episode to episode. You can't just technically forget about them. But, you know, back when they made the show, it probably didn't matter. It was being made for TV. They had a release and production schedule. They got done what they could get done, and it's like, I get that, and there's no going back and really fixing it. Which, you know, whatever, fine. I mean, it's fun to sit down and watch, like, the episodes where it's like, they'll do a thing. I'm like, I'm sorry, why didn't you just do this? I don't get it, because you honestly, 5 minutes ago established you could probably just do this thing, but you're avoiding doing this thing. Why? And, okay, maybe it's just for drama, or whatever. Action, excitement, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's like, wow, I didn't question a lot when I was 8, was I? Because if I think about it, like I said, the show's from 2000s, at least 2000, because all the copyright says 2000 Disney/Pixar. So, okay, let's see. That's like 19 years ago. I would have been like 8 or 9. But, you know, that's kind of the point. They know it's mainly kids watching it, and kids don't care. They just want colorful, fun spectacles. And Buzz Lightyear Star Command gets a pass because they have Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, and I was a Toy Story kid, so I'm like, oh yay. That and Buzz was my character. My sister always had Woody stuff. I remember, like, for it's either 3rd or 4th, or 4th and 5th birthdays, because my sister and I's birthdays are 3 days apart from each other. Well, okay, she's a year younger than me, but 3 days out of the year we're the same age. That's how close our birthdays are. It's kind of annoying because I have to listen to her go around for 3 days saying, we're twins, we're twins. Like, no, we're not. Technically, I guess we're Irish twins or something like that, but it's like, shut up, Allie, stop it. I remember one year for our birthdays, like, we both got cakes with, like, little rice paper decals on it, and she had a Woody cake, and I had a Buzz Lightyear cake, and that just was what we had. So when a Buzz Lightyear show came out, I was like actually super fucking ecstatic about it again when I was 8. But see, here's the problem is I've done like this, not deep dive, but just like nostalgia trip for old fan characters from when I was that old. Or okay, maybe most of them were from when I was a bit older. It's like, I like this character, this is fun. It's like, I want to do something for this character now, as an adult. And then I'm like, hold on a second. According to this wiki, according to the timeline, this won't work out. I can't have that. I gotta find a way to fix it. So the last day, like I said, I've been watching episodes and going over the wiki, which isn't the most filled in of wikis, just to fact check shit for fan fiction that I probably won't write, because again, I just get so wrapped up when it comes to fact checking that nothing else gets done ever. I need to take that off you. Put it on. No. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting going back and watching the series. To be honest, I didn't watch the series much when I was little either. I would miss it or forget to watch it the days that it was on. I don't think we had Toon Disney or something when it was airing, so I'd watch it on like the CW or some like not actual Disney Channel or whatever. I don't fucking remember. But I remember I had the VHS of the pilot, so of the movie. I remember watching that an awful lot. I know I had a coloring book. Don't know what happened to it, but I know once upon a time I had a coloring book. But I had my cousin's girlfriend, well, now she's his wife. I had her record episodes for me on VHS back in the day. I'm really dating myself by telling this story, but but yeah, it's like most of the episodes I saw were whatever ones I got her to record for me, and if she remembered to record it, or if I remembered to tell her to record it, or anything like that. So it's kind of fun going back through and watching things, because I haven't actually seen the full series. But of course my more adult critical mind, I guess, just sits here. I'm like, why are you doing these things? Why is this a good decision? Or, wow, that happened, that got resolved really fast. Okay. Like, one of the things that really fucking annoys me, so Buzz's old partner, Warp. Okay, spoilers for a show from the 2000s. If you get mad at me, I'm sorry. But again, I don't think there's a big fandom for this. And the show is average, at least, so it's not like I'm ruining anything groundbreaking. But okay, so Warp in the movie, he fakes his death and then goes to work for Zurg, and he loses his arm in the process. And this always threw me off in the movie, too. Because they show him using, like, an energy blaster with his robotic hand. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if they didn't show later that his robotic hand also has a cannon built into it. I'm like, why do you have a separate fucking gun if your robotic arm can also turn into a, you know, a laser itself? Why isn't there just a laser built onto it? There are a few times where they show it actually gets, you know, damaged to where he can't use it. I'm like, okay, it's fine to bring out the fucking blaster here. You can't use your arm. But why the fuck are you avoiding using it there? I don't know if there's like a recharge thing. Again, this is just me overthinking shit. Which is 85% of my existence when I'm awake. But it's like they're constantly like, oh look, I just have 2 fucking blasters stored in my arm. It's like, but your arm also serves as a blaster. Why are you not just using your arm as a fucking blaster? Like, it's kind of like a Go-Go Gadget arm, and you don't fucking use it for things. But see, that's the thing, is they don't treat it like a special weapon, really. It's just really inconsistent on what he uses for, like, weapons. It's like, It's also annoying. XR got kidnapped, or his head got kidnapped and taken to Planet Z. I'm pretty sure it was on Planet Z. Yes, it was. In the movie, they're like, oh, it's so hard to infiltrate Zurg's planet, blah, 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 heavy security, yada, yada, yada. You can only take a small ship in if you don't want to get captured. Well, in this episode, XR gets kidnapped and taken there, and they just follow him in their giant-ass cruiser that is too big, according to the movie, to get through the fucking, you know, security sweeps. But they just do it in this episode and instantly break into, like, Zurg's fortress thing. I'm like, I thought it was hard to get in here. That's why you guys just don't come in here every damn day and it's like, hey, Zurg, stop it. That's what you established. But of course, they established it in the movie that I read was done after the episodes. I'm like, did you guys not keep, like, a production Bible or something? I don't know. I guess I ask too much for my 2000s cartoons. I know I can't get mad about it, though. Because that interview is like, fans care about consistency, but you can't do that when you're working for syndication. It's like, fine. I'm still going to be a little bit mad about it 19 years after the fact. That's the other thing, is like, I'm getting angry about these things and annoyed with them 19 years after the fact. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? I don't know. Whatever, it's fun and colorful. Character designs are good enough, I guess. I always like the color scheme of... Yeah, that's a great image. Hey, Zurg, don't. Yeah, okay. Same time tomorrow. Yeah. See, well, and see, that's the thing I do like about just how they handle Zurg in the show. He's like this in the movie, too. He's a lot more flamboyant and showsy for an evil emperor, and he knows it. Because there's, like, in certain episodes... they tease at, like, they have casual Fridays or whatever. And there was an episode he was, giving praise to the grubs, and he explains to another character, is like, I told that giving them positive reinforcement increases morale. And then the grubs just get too, like, used to it. It's like, you know, I'm just saying this to make you fucking happy. Leave me alone. So it's like, I like that they kind of add a bit more flair to him as a character. He's also apparently voiced by Wayne Knight in the series, which I think is just kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, they have an effect over it, but it's like you can just kind of tell a little bit. But yeah, it's like, I mean, they don't poke fun directly at the entire, oh, we do this all the fucking time kind of thing. I mean, they do sorta, because whenever something goes wrong, Buzz is like, oh, it was Zurg. It's like, will you fucking calm down? It could be someone fucking else in the universe. No, he's the evil emperor. It has to be him. It's like, oh my god. I mean, they have fun with it. I guess it's a little tongue-in-cheek. Sort of. I mean, again, considering what it is, it's your sci-fi adventure series. Of course they're going to do, like, stuff like that. Again, a lot of the storylines, they're nothing special, really. Like, when you sit down and watch them. Especially by this point, it's like you've probably seen them 1,000 times. But they're okay. Again, it's an average show. Of course, it doesn't help that the videos on YouTube are just like, you know, VCR recordings off of someone's TV or something. Because the only thing that they ever released on VHS and maybe DVD was the movie. And of course, that all depends on how successful the TV show is, on if they release the full series on DVD. We're only just now getting, like, first seasons of older shows like that anyway. I know Cartoon Network, they've been releasing... I'm annoyed that they're doing it by season, and they're not just doing the full series. Like, we all I mean, I know it's for money. It's like, we all know you can fucking just release the full collection. You don't have to do this in seasons. But it's like, they're releasing SpongeBob seasons now on DVD. And again, Cartoon Network, I know I've seen stuff for, like, I think Ed, Edd and Eddy and the Powerpuff Girls. But again, it's just like, the first technical seasons. It's like, man, I just want a whole collection. It's like, Disney released the whole series for DuckTales. Just give me the whole fucking, you know, series on DVD, please. I don't know. I don't know if there's, like, a big enough fandom for them to really, like, put the time and effort into a DVD release of this particular show. But when it comes to, like, I don't know, Gargoyles and Darkwing Duck, I could see that being a little bit more plausible. Yeah, the nostalgic adults with disposable money, I think, is the generation right above mine. But, yeah, there's certain series I really wish that they bring out. I mean, maybe they'll put it out on Disney Plus. It's like I found out the other day, so Tokyo Pop used to publish the Sergeant Frog, or the Kiroro Gunso manga. They only got to volume 21 before Tokyo Pop went under. And then I guess Viz, I was looking this up the other day, because I know that volume 21 didn't end the series. But I guess Viz Media, I think it was Viz, got the rights to the Sergeant Frog series after Tokyo Pop went under back in the day. They're technically back now. But instead of releasing printed volumes of the chapters for the series, they were offering translated digital versions of it, and I guess have been technically continuing the series online. It's like, well, that's a bummer, because I have the first 21 volumes of the manga and I'm never going to be able to finish it just because of how it's being handled. But it's like they probably can't justify putting out the physical copies. Like, they might not sell that well. It's like the anime for that series came out kind of forever ago at this point. So it's like the wave that they could have been riding with it when there's much more lucrative popular series to release just isn't there for it. It's like the Detective Conan series. That series has been fucking going on forever, but it doesn't have as much of an audience here. Yes, there are fans and stuff for it, but not enough to justify putting the time and effort into scripting and dubbing and releasing all the episodes that come out over in Japan. I think the same thing happens with Shin-Chan, because that's another series that's like really popular in Japan and has been going on forever. But it's like it's kind of a more niche audience over here, and they just can't justify pouring the money and resources into getting the licensing for all of that kind of stuff. Which is kind of a shame. And it's like, yeah, it's for money, but at the same time, it's like money has to go into it. That's why I'm kind of sad, like, with The Mysterious Life of Psyche K. They dubbed the first season, but it's like, I can't say I ever heard of it being that popular. It's, like, really fun to watch, especially dubbed, and it's like, again, I don't have an issue with subs or dubs, it's just when I'm doing work, dubs are easier for me to watch. But it's like, I'm just afraid that they're not going to, like, release a copy, or versions of seasons 2. Is there a season 3? Like, dubbed or even on DVD, because there's just not, you know, enough of a demand for it. I think Squid Girl got, like, a similar treatment. I remember watching the first season of Squid Girl, I think it was on Netflix, and that was really cute. But I found out, like, years later that there was a second season, plus OVAs, because they had a box set out for them. I'm like, I didn't know this was a thing, and the person behind the table is like, yeah, the second season wasn't, like, properly released anywhere, but the company decided to, like, dub it and release it as a box set later on. I didn't end up getting the box set at that time, I couldn't. But it's like, I wouldn't mind, because again, I like that series, but it's like, I guess the show itself just wasn't popular enough to merit a, you know, a full release of the second season, except for that box set. I don't even know if you can find that box set anymore, because this was a little while ago. I'm gonna go look it up. Squid Girl box set. Spelled set wrong. That's fine. Let's see. Squid Girl seasons 1 and 2 premium box set. No, it's still available. Low stock though. So that's a little concerning if I ever want to get it. Of course, it's limited edition because this version also comes with everything, but who knows if they're going to do like a second run that even has the second season and the OVAs with it. This box set comes with like postcards and an art book and a keychain. And are these buttons? I don't know what these are. But yeah, I don't know. That's It's interesting when you think about it. Like, people will... I get why people complain when certain things aren't brought out for a series they really love, but unfortunately it all boils down to money. Because, like, Buzz Lightyear Star Command never got a proper finale. It left on a very open end. But that's... And technically, I guess, 4 or 6 episodes that were technically on the production list never aired. But it all depends on how well the show does, especially back in the 2000s. If you didn't have the right, you know, viewing numbers, you didn't get renewed for another season. And when it came to kids' cartoons, this is still kind of true today. If the merchandise that they come out with it doesn't perform well, they don't feel any need to continue the series. I mean, there's other factors that go into it. Like, Legend of Korra just went full on digital there because what I heard is they didn't like the pairing that they ended up with. They're like, we can't show this on TV. That and the second season of Legend of Korra, or not the second season, the third season was a little darker, but I think that one was on TV. I don't remember. But it's like that one, I remember just reading articles. They're like, oh, they pushed it digital because they didn't want more people seeing it, so it would fail. I mean, Korra by itself was kind of floundering as it is. I'm surprised they even got the full 4 seasons that they got, because I know a lot of people didn't make it past season 1, and a lot of people stopped watching after season 2. But there are quite a few series, like they only get like a couple seasons, if that, because the studio's like, oh, your toys didn't perform well, we're not going to finish it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with, and I know I've talked about this one before, but what happened with the 2011 Thundercats reboot. I actually really like that, and it's like I find it a little bit comparable, especially in terms of like style, to the recent Voltron reboot. But it's like the 2011 Thundercats wasn't bad. Like they changed up a few things, sure, but it was still, I thought, pretty good. But it's like I feel like Cartoon Network probably sabotaged it, because it was, you know, it did air on one night, and then they changed what night it aired on, or what time. So it's like people weren't tuning in when they thought it was to watch it because they moved it. And then they had toys for it, but I guess the toys didn't do well. And Cartoon Network, I've read, you know, for a bunch of different series, they're very picky on how well the merchandise does for the shows. And if the merchandise doesn't go well, that they'll pull the plug for it. Because a lot of the money is in terms of the merchandise. So it's like they just kind of guess, oh, the show's not doing well because people aren't watching it, even though they kept moving the date and time, I swear. And our toys aren't doing well, so we're just not going to finish it. And it leaves off on such an open end. And it's like, a part of me really wishes like someone could take it to Netflix or Hulu or somewhere and maybe see about getting it finished. Because 80s reboots, or reboots of old 80s cartoons, especially in that more like American anime style, like Avatar or Voltron, are pretty successful, at least right now. I just feel, I guess the Thundercats reboot is just poorly timed, maybe? I don't know. If you can find a way to watch it, because that's another show that's kind of hard to get your hands on. It's like, I would. Oh, god damn it. But see, that's like another thing. It's like Invader Zim. It's like they had a box set come out for it forever ago. Because you could get that box set where the box was actually like Zim's house. But it's like they haven't re-released anything for that in like years. And again, maybe it's because it's more of a niche audience, but it's like you made the comics. The comics are, I think, are doing fairly well. Some fans of the animated series don't know that the comics are out there, which, I mean, fair enough. It's the time between when the show ended airing on Nickelodeon and when the comics came out is a pretty large gap. But it's like, I kind of hope that Enter the Florpus on Netflix does well enough that maybe they can either re-release the series on DVD or something for people who missed out the first time, or we can at least get the full series on Netflix itself. I'm surprised that well, maybe there's talks for it. It'd be nice. I don't know, it's just, again, it's really annoying when there's a show that you actually like, but because it's not as popular, it can't garner the resources to get it out there, like DVD wise. Like King of the Hill, I've seen at Walmart, I think they have like seasons 1 through 3, 1 through 4 on DVD, and I wouldn't mind getting it, but it's like there's no guarantee that they're going to put the other like 6 seasons out on DVD. And I really wish they would release a full series for it, because even when they first aired it, they only made box sets, I think, up to like season 6 or something like that. But they couldn't justify it for the later seasons because that's around the time, I guess, it was starting to fall off. And then, of course, they ended it eventually, which still makes me sad because King of the Hill is like my favorite series, and I just really wish they put the DVD out for it. But there's not as much of a demand for that series either, that they're probably not going to anytime soon. That's also why I was really sad when they took King of the Hill off of Netflix, because that was the only way you could watch the full series legitimately in any capacity, because even if you bought the DVDs, again, they didn't go up to season 10 or whatever they got up to. And I'm pretty sure Netflix even had a few episodes that didn't technically air when they were showing it on TV, because they ended it with the episode where Bobby participates in like a meat quality judging contest, and his dad gives him the grill and they have a giant cook-off. I mean, it felt like a decent end for the series. But there was technically like an episode after it where Khan stops taking his medication because he has like I think bipolar. He's bipolar, and he stops taking his meds because Min and Connie go out of town, and he's like, I feel fine, but Hank and the rest of them have to deal with Khan's drastic ups and downs. It's like that episode I don't think technically aired on TV, but it was on Netflix because they had the full series, which was nice. But again, that was the only place you could actually legitimately watch that whole show, because they didn't release the later seasons on DVD. Again, it's really annoying. It's like you understand, it's like, okay, they have to think about it from a business standpoint. You can't pour money into like this really niche audience that really wants this thing because, you know, there's business costs that they have to cover, and they are a business, so they are trying to make money, blah blah blah. But at the same time, it's just really annoying when you can't actually get full versions of these shows out. I don't remember how I got onto this conversation. We're just talking about TV shows and syndication, I guess, and it's just really annoying how it works, I suppose. But unfortunately, it happens for everything. I mean, it's like video games too. There are certain games for certain series that just never make it overseas because they don't have a more popular fan base. It's like how slow it was for Fire Emblem to really like make a breakthrough over here. And they were just surprised how much people wanted Fire Emblem over here. Like nowadays, they're like, oh, okay, sure, we can give you more Fire Emblem. We got a shit ton of those. I guess I'm just saying it's a little sad when reasonable in quotation business practices keep fans from getting like the full experience of a thing that they actually enjoy, and they would probably put money into if there was a way for them to actually view the thing. But unfortunately, when you have niche audiences or cult audiences, even, of course, even cult films, it's like they'll get Blu-ray releases or, you know, have showings of that particular film in theaters. Like, how many times has The Room actually had a theater screen it to people in more recent time frames? I mean, that's a little bit easier because it's a couple-hour movie compared to a TV show that could span months, years, whatever. But it's kind of annoying that there's that weird barrier when it comes to enjoying a thing that you like, I guess. Especially when you run into the fans like, oh, you haven't seen all of this? You haven't seen this really obscure whatever? Then you're not a real fan. It's like, no, it's just sometimes it's really fucking hard to get a hold of that. That's like saying someone's not a real Star Wars fan or whatever because they haven't seen the Star Wars Holiday Special. I haven't seen it. I've seen enough reviews of it that I don't feel like sitting through it. Well, it's like that thing can be a pain in the ass to find. I mean, okay, nowadays it's a little easier to track it down, but it's like the quality of them, of the copies you can find aren't usually that great. It's like, do I really want to sit through this thing that I've heard is legendarily bad with shitty quality just to be considered a true fan or whatever? No, not really. Of course, I'm behind on a bunch of things Star Wars anyway. It's not like I ever kept up with the games or any of the animated series, so I guess I'm in the not really a fan pool, but whatever, I don't care, I guess. The last thing I watched that was Star Wars, it was the most recent show on Disney. Was it Star Wars Resistance? Yeah, I think it was Star Wars Resistance. It's the one with the kid that has BB-8 following him. I was like, why the fuck is BB-8 here? Yeah, it's this one. And I'm kind of torn when it comes to it. I've never actually been a fan of that like cel-shaded 3D look. It depends on the show. And I know a while ago it felt like every show was doing that. And I was like, it's okay. I feel like it really has to blow me away for me to really care, like writing-wise or something. But I also just have an issue sometimes when it comes to 3D animated TV shows. Which I guess I'll get into in a minute. But, it's like I watched one episode of Resistance and it was throwing me off because the animation felt like they... It's weird when they try and do realistic proportions with 3D models and they try to make it super cartoony in terms of the movement. Like, I felt that the one episode I've seen of the show, the main character was like climbing around outside this building, so it was flailing a lot of the time. I think he was dodging lasers or whatever, but he felt really noodly, and I'm like, why does he feel so noodly? I can't concentrate on anything else because this guy is flailing around like one of those wacky waving inflatable armed tube men or whatever. And that's what it felt like watching this character. I'm like, why is it like this? Why can't you just animate it normally? It's like the other Star Wars 3D animated shows looked fine. I'd rather watch those. I've been meaning to, I just haven't yet. And I probably won't be able to unless I get Disney Plus, and I probably am not getting Disney Plus. I don't know. At least not right now. My sister might get it, and maybe I'll just leech it off of her. But it's like everything was just like overly animated. It felt in the series. I'm like, why are they doing that? And it's like, I don't think I can watch any more Star Wars Resistance if the whole damn series is like that. It's like, okay, you're in a 3D animated style I'm not overtly fond of. And your animation feels over-exaggerated and over the top. And I can't concentrate on anything else. That, and if I remember correctly, the certain episode I was watching, the character was just making really dumb decisions. And I'm like, why are you doing the things you're doing? Again, I know it's a kid's show, but kids aren't that stupid, are they? And it's like you have to, well, okay, I guess you don't have to assume, but it's like, yes, they're going to be your hardcore Star Wars fans that watch everything watching this and might be calling you out on some of the weird shit you're making these characters do, either for the sake of funnies or because you think, oh, they're just kids, they don't care. It's like, if you give our kids dumb shit to watch, then they're going to assume everything needs to perform at that level, and they can't handle anything that actually treats them like maybe intelligent people or something. I don't know. But it's like, when it comes to the 3D animated shows, like, I'm really picky. Like, obviously I have a bias. I mean, I'll have a bias towards anything that's animated, be it 3D or 2D, but I have a further bias that I prefer 2D animation. I'll watch certain things that are 3D, usually if they're movies. Again, if they're cartoon shows, it's hard for me, because most cartoon shows, because they're shorter and usually meant for TV or for children, they do not put the same effort or time into the actual show. Again, I get it, budget and just time and monetary budget restraints are going to do that. It's like, but there are certain shows where it's like the level of render quality looks bad. I'll give an example now. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I hate it. If I see Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on, I will change the channel. I will watch probably anything else. Besides the fact that it's very, I mean, it's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It's simplistic. It's on Disney Junior for a reason. But the render quality is so lazy in it. It's all flat colors and it's boring. And it's like, yes, I get it. Original Mickey Mouse cartoons were flat. They didn't usually shade them unless they needed to. But that doesn't mean your 3D animated show of Mickey Mouse has to be this flat and uninteresting looking. And I hate it. But if Octonauts comes on, I will fucking watch the shit out of Octonauts. I love Octonauts because, hey, look, it actually looks decent, visually anyway. I mean, it by itself, as a show, a kid's show, I find it a lot more interesting in terms of what they cover anyway. But it's like, okay, the rendering on Octonauts actually looks decent. It doesn't look like a pile of poo that I'm looking at for 20 minutes. I want to watch some Octonauts, god damn it. Of course, I think part of the reason for that is Octonauts is produced in the UK, and from what I've heard, because of the BBC or whatever, England invests more in at least in their TV programming, at least for their kids, that they actually put a little bit more time and effort into it. How much of that is true, I don't know. I've just kind of heard this in passing. It's like, but I could believe it. It's like, if the government's giving these studios money to make decent looking, you know, shows, then okay, I can see it, because again, Octonauts doesn't look like just some cartoony piece of crap they pushed out for kids to be, you know, distracted with for 20 minutes like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse does. The other thing that annoys me about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is like some of the mouse tools that they use. I'm like, that is the most roundabout way you could have used that item to solve this problem. What the fuck are you guys on over there? It just kind of annoys me. So it's like, I don't know, I just get really picky when it comes to like 3D animated kids shows, because it's like, yeah, 3D animation is technically a little faster than 2D, but when you guys are cutting corners and things are still really, you know, stilted or looks bad when you render it, I know rendering takes a long time, especially depending on how good you do it. Oh, yay! We hit level 35. But still, I want things to look decent when I'm watching my cartoons. And yes, I get it, they're for kids, but a lot of kids shows, you're probably in the same room as the kids watching them. At least I was whenever I babysat and we were watching Disney Junior. It's like I had to stay in the room, make sure they didn't do something dumb. that I'm gonna be stuck there watching it, and I'm gonna be mad the whole time because it looks like poop. I'm gonna get rid of sand too. I don't know. I mean, you can like a thing and be critical of it. I will say this forever. I mean, I kind of have to, because I am in a constant love-hate relationship with, like, Naruto as a series. And there's always at least once a week I have to have a rant about that series. It's like, yeah, it's fine, but I'm still gonna rag on it. I don't know. Again, you're allowed to be critical of things you like. You don't have to be just, you know, blindly in love with it, I suppose. I just get picky when it comes to 3D anime cartoons. Like, it's like that even with shows that I like Miraculous. It's like, you know, they do well enough. The rendering on it in general looks decent. Sometimes the storylines are a little silly, but again, it's a 22-minute children's cartoon, and it's fine. I know I complained a lot about the first half of season 3, but apparently someone told me, it's not apparently because I've watched them, so I'm just gonna be transparent about it. Where's Fipple at? Still 34. But they have later episodes for season 3 on YouTube, because the dubbed versions of the second half of season 3 have aired in other countries. I mean, I'm gonna go back and watch them on Netflix anyway, because I've probably watched them out of order on YouTube, because YouTube's a pain in the ass to watch things on anyway. But it's like someone was telling me about it, and I'm like, ah, shit, there's been story developments that I want to see. And I know I was complaining earlier that some of the story, well, the lack of story development in the beginning of season 3 was driving me crazy. But someone was like, oh, it gets better in the second half, and that's why I had to go. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that you could tell that, where they got the episodes from on YouTube were from Canada, because they had, like, the little Y7 thing in the corner, and it had a little, you know, Canada leaf border on it. I'm like, ah, Canada got it early. Damn it. But yeah, like, there are actually some, you know, story developments in the second half of season 3 that I was actually happy to see. I'm like, oh, look, they're doing stuff. They're doing things. It's like, why weren't these episodes earlier in the season that made it confusing? Because I know I was complaining that one of the episodes had, like, 2 of these Miraculous users just pop up, and they acted like they always existed. I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck? And then they do the origin episodes for them later. I'm like, who the hell chose the order that these aired in? Because it's terrible. Again, I get why Netflix split up the seasons like they did. Sort of. It's to get people to come back later to watch the second half of season 3. But it's also infuriating. Because, again, I want to watch this thing and enjoy it. But first off, the first half you gave me, it's inconsistent sometimes, and fucks over the continuity, and I get mad. Because, like, I'm actually kind of invested in this story that you are taking your sweet old time to go anywhere with, and then you don't even give it to me in an order that makes sense. It's like, god damn it. This just makes me mad. It's like, you're not Pulp Fiction. Hey, Team Sumo, thank you for the follow. But it's like, you're not Pulp Fiction. And when Pulp Fiction tells their story out of order, they do it in a way that makes sense. And, you know, in 1 2-hour sitting, I don't have to wait until whenever they bring out the second half of season 2 to find out season 3, to find out what the fuck happens in the rest of season 3. I don't know, I guess it's just nitpicking. And also, and I guess I'm being bad because I'm watching the episodes early on YouTube, but they're on YouTube. I'm just saying, they're on YouTube. but I don't know. I know it's a lot of frustration for things such as children's cartoons, but hey, parents, I mean, yes, it's kids asking their parents for merchandise that helps fund these cartoons, but you also have people who are older than that will also watch the show and buy the merchandise for it, probably. I have like a little tiki plush. I really wish I could find one of Plag, but they don't have them out in stores anymore, because I guess the only place I ever saw with Miraculous merchandise was Target, and that was very short-lived, because I guess it just didn't sell very well. The action figures they released for them were kind of scary looking, though, if you ask me. I'm a little bit picky when it comes to my action figures, too. Okay, Norman. I said we'd get to 35. And we'd attempt Norman. I don't want to lose here. So I'm really nervous. His highest level Pokemon is a level 31 Slacking. We're going to be using Machop. Machoke, sorry. What is his speed at? Now, the thing I remember from the stream I watched for that Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke is even though Slucking has Truant as its ability, meaning it only attacks every other turn, it is very bulky and packs a wallop. Machoke speed is kinda crap compared to everything else. We technically have Kinder Eggs. I'm assuming they are different than Canadian Kinder Eggs, but yeah, we don't really get Kinder Eggs here. I did this pre-college program with with the college I ended up going to when I was still in high school, right? And one of my roommates who became like my best friend, like we were always together, and people were like, "Are you guys sisters?" Like, no, we just hang out, and like we enjoy each other's company. Her name was Yishin, and she was from Hong Kong. And she's like, "What? You guys have never had Kinder Eggs?" We're like, "No, what the hell are you talking about?" Like, we had this discussion. She's like, "When I get back to Hong Kong, I will send you some." Now, the funny thing about Kinder Eggs is, one, they're banned here. Because children, I guess, are stupid here and will just bite into a Kinder Egg and choke on the little plastic capsule inside that have the little toys or whatever that's inside Kinder Eggs. I don't know, because we don't have Kinder Eggs here. So that's why we don't have them. Because American children aren't that smart. They will just shove the whole thing in their mouth and eat it and then choke on it. And that's bad. Another reason, well, Yishin tried to send us some, but she couldn't. Because you also cannot import them through the mail to the States, technically, because the little capsule inside them, this is what I read online, because she couldn't figure out why she couldn't send them, and we were all really confused about this point. But I looked it up. Apparently, the little plastic capsule inside the Kinder Egg make them look like grenades when they're going through customs. So that's why they will not let you ship them to the States, because they think Kinder Eggs are grenades. Apparently. Well, see, places like California, I've read, they can get them a little more easily because it's California. There are a type of Kinder Egg here in the States. I'm going to USA Kinder Egg. But I don't think... Okay. This is from NPR.org from 2017. Kinder Eggs are coming to the US legally. The hollow chocolate egg with the toy surprise inside has not been allowed in the States due to a 1930s law banning candy with non-food objects inside. The fans of the European treat have previously smuggled them in. So, we technically have them here now, but I think they're slightly different. I haven't actually had any since because I'll see giant, what are they called? Giant displays for them in stores. Nowadays, I haven't bothered to get them. Okay, I'm gonna read this article. This is from, what is this? eveningstandard.co.uk. This is from November 15th, 2017. Kinder Eggs are officially returning to the US more than 40 years after they were banned. Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs with toys hidden inside were barred from the sale in America by the Food and Drug Administration because of the choking hazard posed by the small toys. But Americans have been so eager to get their hands on the treat that 60,000 smuggled eggs were seized by border officials in 2011, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Now Kinder Eggs are making a legal comeback in the country, although they won't be in their original form. Instead, customers can expect to see shelves stacked with Kinder Joy, a similar sweet which is deemed safer than the Kinder Surprise. The Kinder Joy consists of 2 individually packaged halves, with one half containing the chocolate and the other containing the toy. So that's the main difference, I guess, compared to the rest of the world's Kinder Eggs. So Kinder Joy eggs are fine here in the States. But now I just found this other... Okay, this is from the U.S. Army website. It says Kinder Surprise eggs still banned in the U.S. So... Kinder Surprise eggs are a no, Kinder Joy eggs are fine. It says people who are thinking of sending chocolate eggs stateside this Easter should be aware of the U.S. Customs regulation banning Kinder Surprise eggs from import to the U.S. U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents will remove Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs from your baggage or any package mailed stateside, said Tim Selman of the U.S. European Command Customs Executive Agency. However, he added that other Kinder brand candy products can be mailed without restriction. For example, the Kinder Joy product is also egg-shaped but not banned. Those who ship Kinder Surprise eggs can be fined. Salmon stated that shippers have an obligation to declare items they are mailing on the customs declaration form to avoid penalties. Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs are popular treats all over Europe. The hollow chocolate eggs come in a colorful foil wrapper and contain an oval plastic capsule with a small toy inside. The Consumer Product Safety Commission tested many of the toys and determined they present a choking hazard for young children. The Food and Drug Administration also issued an import alert for Kinder Surprise eggs because they are confectionery products with an embedded non-nutritive object. According to the customs website, CBP sees thousands of Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs each year at mail facilities and from individual travelers. By contrast, the Kinder Joy candy is legal in the US because the egg-shaped packaging splits into 2. One half contains layers of cocoa and milk cream, while the other contains a toy. So, yeah, we still don't get the full the full experience of a Kinder Surprise egg. Because again, kids will just bite into it and choke on the capsule, I guess. So yeah, the more you know. Again, today has been a very educational stream about chocolate. So that's a thing, apparently. It wasn't done in here actually. So yeah, that's why my friend couldn't send us Kinder Surprise eggs, because she really tried, and she wasn't trying to break the law or anything, because she didn't know that was like a problem, and we didn't either, and that's why we were really surprised, like, why hasn't anyone sent us these before? Well, that's why, because they are illegal in the States because of choking hazards, which is just interesting. Like, I guess if it's something like, they have, you guys remember Wonder Balls? They were those chocolate spheres with sweet tarts inside. See, I guess those are fine because sweet tarts are food, so eating them isn't going to hurt you. Perhaps next we should debate why blackcurrant was banned in the US for decades. There is another interesting story. Actually, that is a very interesting story. So, once upon a time, I don't like talking about this, I also, thank you, Ghetto Pepe, for the follow. That's an interesting screen name. Is that gonna get me in trouble? I don't know. Anyway, my ex was from the UK, and I would go over there to visit occasionally. And they always had blackcurrant juice, and I'm like, this stuff is great. Why the fuck haven't I heard of this before? Because I hadn't heard of it before going over there. I'm like, what is this? Why is this not a thing? Is this the right door? No. Where'd I go? Oh, I haven't been in this tunnel since we cleared it. We can look up the blackcurrant thing. And blackcurrant USA. Cause I've looked it up before. It's been a while since I've looked into it. I'm like, why the fuck isn't this a thing more common over here? But yeah, we can look into that. Sword or shield? I actually have both pre-ordered because I was gonna give one copy to my sister, which is what I did for. Wait, did I fight? Yeah. That's what I did with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. My sister got Eevee and I got Pikachu. I technically got Eevee for my collection, but I don't know when my sister's ever going to get done with it, and she's probably just gonna keep it because she now has her own Switch. But when it comes to sword or shield, I'm not sure yet. I think I said I wanted a sword, and my sister could have shield. I can't say I have a preference. I guess I want sword dog over shield dog. I guess that's a preference. I don't remember. I dropped my glasses. Can you help me find them? I don't remember. Is glasses even out here? Do we have the item finder? Oh wait, didn't we pick up? What was the item we picked up? Were there the black glasses? No? I want sword for the dragon type exclusive. See, that's the thing, is I haven't looked too much into the item finder. I haven't looked too much. I haven't looked too much into the what was it? The exclusive, so I haven't been too picky. Again, I'm probably going to get both because that's just how I roll. I'm a little nervous. I know I've said before that the entire national dex thing doesn't affect me, but I was looking at the list of Pokemon Cerebi has listed for Sword and Shield, and my boy Crobat doesn't seem to be on the list. Oh, there they are. Thank you, Team Sumo. These are black glasses. They're not what I'm looking for. Maybe my glasses aren't around here. Okay. Oh, and he's gone. Let me see. I know Cerebi has a list of the exclusives. Cerebi is normally where I go for Pokemon news. I've been checking this place like daily because there's been so many like false starter evolution news things dropping. And like one of my friends on Facebook posted one, and it's like they didn't even check it because I found like the fake links to the images they were posting like almost instantly. Version exclusives, Pokemon. I guess I also want it Surfetched, and maybe that's why I called Pokemon Sword, because I think that's like the funniest fucking thing ever. But Goodra's in Shield. I like the Goodra line, personally. But yeah, I don't know. I figured my sister and I would figure out who actually got which version when I pick them up. They're technically my games, so I get dibs. But yeah, I haven't put too much thought into it. But yeah, I was looking at like the list of Pokemon that they think or that should be in in Sword and Shield, and it looks like my boy Crobat isn't on the list yet. I'm like, oh no, Crobat is my favorite, and I'm not gonna be able to get him a bat. I didn't see it. Like I tried to actually search for it on the list, and I don't think he was on there. I'm a little sad. God damn it. But yeah, we can totally look up the blackcurrant thing. I'm just gonna get down to where oh, okay. Well, thank you for tuning in then, Team Sumo, if you are going. Oh, I'm hoping? Okay. So if you're going, that's fine. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm hoping Bagon or Flygon. Yeah, see, I think that's another reason why I get usually both games, is that way I can trade them. And it helps now, because my sister does have her own Switch. When I got Let's Go Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, we were sharing my Switch, so whenever she wanted to play her game, I had to give it to her for a bit. Well, not had to, but I was nice enough. I just want to get down to the next gym. To be honest, I will take a welcome distraction because I am so nervous. I don't know if we can do this gym. I don't know. The only Pokemon we're technically higher level than everything in this gym. I just don't know if it's high enough. And we have such bad luck in this game with gyms. I get anxious. No, let's take a little break. I have pulled up a article. This is on Business Insider from October 14th, 2016. I will read it, see if it helps. If not, then you can tell the story. The blackcurrant, a small tart berry that when married with sugar can be made into jams, sauces, syrups, fruit drinks, and purple candy, is popular across Europe, but most Americans struggle to describe its flavor. A large majority of Americans have never eaten one, probably less than 0.1%. Marvin Pritz, a professor of horticulture at Cornell University, told Business Insider. This was not always the case. In the late 1800s, U.S. farmers grew around 7,400 acres of blackcurrants, gooseberries, and whitecurrants, together known as ribe species, with New York State leading production according to a report in the journal Hort Technology. Then disaster struck. Ooh, drama. Sorry. Pathologists discovered the blackcurrant spread a fungus introduced from Europe in the 19th century that killed white pine trees, the backbone of the nation's timber industry. Oh. The federal government took aggressive action. It outlawed the commercial growth of blackcurrants in the early 1900s and financed a program to eradicate ribes plants. Crews outfitted with backpacks of chemical spray fanned out across the country. As field after field of ribes were destroyed, the American consumer's memory of the deep purple fruit was also erased. By the 1800s, America was cutting down white pine forests for timber at such a rapid rate that the nation's nurseries could not keep up, so farmers began turning abroad for cheap tree planting stock. The result was the importation of seeds infected with a parasitic fungus called blister rust. Blister rust first alarmed U.S. officials in 1909 when it was found on a New York plantation of white pine trees grown from seedlings brought over from Germany, according to the book History of White Pine Blister Rust Control, a personal account, by Warren V. Benedict, the former director of the United States Division of Forest Pest Control. The problem with black currants is that blister fungus, characterized by yellowish elongated swellings, does not hop directly from pine to pine. For the disease to complete its life cycle, it must infect a ribe species before returning to the needles of white pines and spreading into the bark. Authorities believe the only way to save America's pine trees is to rid of these intermediary hosts, which had far less economic importance. So the discovery of a few small pine trees infected with blister rust was a trigger to a gigantic fight that has been waged coast to coast for 70 years, Benedict writes. Blackcurrant cultivation in the U.S. was restricted in 1911, followed 1 year later by a ban on the importation of white pine seedlings from Europe. Blister. Oh wait, black currents take a different path in Europe. Well, obviously. Yeah, no, I understand like the dangers of slacking, and that's why I'm so nervous to go in here. Cause the other thing with my luck in this Nuzlocke is every time I go into a gym, I lose at least one of my Pokemon. At least. The worst, of course, was, well, this is technically my second time through because we wiped on Roxanne the first time because I had Torchic and things just went bad really fucking fast. But in this run, when we got to Watson, right? Everything died except Minum, who managed to take down the Magneton. It should have ended there, but somehow that stupid Minun held on. And that's why we're still here. And that's why every time I go into a gym, I am riddled with anxiety. Because I'm expecting everything to go horribly wrong. Everything to go horribly wrong. And that's why whenever I get to a gym, I'm like, oh no. So that's why I don't know if being 4 levels above Norman's slacking is going to be enough, because he also has counter, and that can be dangerous. Like that's why we're gonna continue reading about blackcurrants. Oh, let's see. Blister rust fungus was a well-known nuisance in Europe before it was brought to America, but in contrast to the US, Europe had few commercial pine tree plantations. Blackcurrants, on the other hand, had been an important crop for a long time. In Europe, the white pine was sacrificed to retain the ribes, writes Benedict. Today, Europe produces 99.1% of the world's currants, which lumps blackcurrants, red, and white currants, and sometimes gooseberries into one group, according to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. 2/3 of blackcurrants produced in Europe are used for juice, according to a 2007 report from the European Commission. Yeah, my ex always had blackcurrant juice in the house, and that was the only place I ever had it. And I'm like, why the fuck isn't this a thing over here? But pine trees. The risk comes with the challenge, part of the fun. Yeah, I guess I don't do it right or something, because last week, of course I was having a bad week last week. Things are starting to slowly get better, so that's why I'm in a better mood right now than I have been. But like last week, I know I was saying, it's like I don't enjoy doing this because I'm just a nervous wreck every time how's it going, champion bound for today? The doors of this gym open when you beat the remaining trainers. Whoops, the door in this room are already open, so don't attack me. Oh, that's right. Speed or accuracy room. My Machoke's speed is crap. But yeah, I was saying last week, it's like I'm not actually enjoying this very well. It doesn't help either that I've only technically played Ruby and Sapphire. I haven't played Emerald, so certain differences throw me off in this game, I guess you can say. Wait, which one's which? Left is speed, right is accuracy. Oh, I guess it's on the door. We can try one of the trainers in here. Which way do you guys want to go? Left or right? I'll let you guys pick. Things are not going to go well. I'm so nervous. Like I'm a wreck. Of course, I could always go and get more battle items, maybe. Would that help? Maybe? I don't know if that would help. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna go look up some stuff. Well, you guys decide left or right. You choose, Spider-Man. His base speed is actually pretty high. That's kind of scary. Choke. I know it's because he's last evolution, but slacking stats compared to my chokes are scary to look at. Oh no! Did I ever pick up the quick claw? I'm pretty sure I have the quick claw. About accuracy? Oh, not bad. Nope. Did I give it to someone, maybe? Hold on. Okay, I guess we're not doing this quite yet. I don't remember if I picked it up or if I gave it to someone. Let's see. Summary. Oop. Nope. Okay, nobody in my party has it. I don't want to grind fucking forever. Move items, let's see. Well, none of them have it. These are all my dead Pokemon. Do you like this box? It's the dead box. Oh no. Okay. I guess I did not pick it up. Pokemon Emerald Quick Claw. Where is it? It is in the Pokemon Trainer School. I thought I picked it up. I guess I didn't. Okay. Let's go get that. Let's go get that instead of actually facing the problem. Oh, like I am so legitimately scared of doing this. You guys remember how long it took me to actually go face Flannery? And we still had a fucking casualty. That's like, yeah, like the challenge is part of the fun, but again, like what I've said multiple times, it's frustrating because it's also kind of dependent on RNG, on what you get when you enter an area. Oh, I don't have any repels, do I? Oh, I have one. Oh, I forgot this bike. I don't like it in this version. The mock bike, with what I'm playing it on, seems to have a bit of a delay when I put in inputs. Which is why it's a pain in the ass to fucking use for me. Where's the Pokemon School? Is this one the Pokemon School? No, it'd have a sign in front of it, wouldn't it? This one the Pokemon School. God damn it. Okay, who has it? Not you. Do I have to talk to the guy? Where are you going? I did not come in here, did I? Students who don't study get a little taste of my Quick Claw. Whether or not you're a good student will be evident from the way you use this item. Oh, okay, there. Cool, got it. I guess I didn't feel like going in here and talking to everybody. Okay. Let's just give this to you. I don't know if I want, like, should I go get more X items to use in battle? No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sell some stuff. Okay, get rid of this. Not that. This. Anything else that I don't need in here? No. Because we could technically get a bunch of X attacks, right? And bulk up our Machoke and maybe kill the Slocking. Because counter doesn't do anything if I don't attack it, right? So, like, even if he uses counter, what attacks does this fucking Slocking have? Counter, Yawn, Facade, and Feint Attack. And he has a Yawn. Oh, why Yawn? Oh, no. Ah. I hate this. Oh, so he can put me to sleep with fucking Yawn. Do we have any... Of course, our berry supply is kind of shit because I haven't been planting things. We got 4 that can awake things. Do we have any awakenings in general? No. No. Let's see, we have 1 and... Doesn't he not obey sometimes? My Machoke or the Slocking? My Machoke is within level for the badges I have. Do I not even have any X attacks? X speed? Oh, I have 1. I'm just gonna buy a couple. It's fine. Like 3 of them. Yeah. Slocking... It's not that he doesn't obey, it's his ability Truant. It keeps him... He only attacks every other turn. So you get kind of a safety net based off that. But when he does actually hit you, it can be... no, I shouldn't need to repel for on the way back because I can jump over the ledges. Unless I need to go back up there, but I'll be in another town. I can just pick one up there. Counter only affects physical attacks, though this is pre-PSS split, so all fighting moves are physical. Problematic, but it wouldn't be too hard to implement this split. I'm just saying, if I use an X attack on a... When he attempts to use counter, it's not going to do anything, right? Because I used an item, so he has nothing to counter. Right? This town doesn't have a Pokemon, and it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because fuck me. I want an awakening or 2 just to prepare for that fucking... This town probably isn't going to have one either. I'm going the wrong way for what I want. Oh no, I didn't! Nice! No, I don't need that many. Oh, 5 is fine. Counter roll feral if a physical move wasn't used at turn, yes. So I'm just saying, if I wait to use the X attacks until Slocking's out, 2 of the, well, okay. Ideally, 2 of the turns will be on his Truant turns, and 1 of them might be on a counter, but he could also use Yawn or Feint Attack on me. Wait, what does Facade do again? Or that one Facade? No, it'd be Facade, right? Whatever. What do you do? Boost attack when burned, paralyzed, or poisoned. But is it damage? Wait, what? Oh, okay. But it still does damage. It's still problematic. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be here grinding for the next forever. But I also don't want to lose. But maybe subconsciously a part of me does want to lose. And that's why I don't want to grind. Because I'm like, if I lose, I'll be free from it and I can stop. Because I'm obviously not having fun with this, as I've stated. I wish I was just playing this normal. playing for 34 hours now. Okay, we're gonna go in and do, you guys said the right room, right? We're gonna try one of the trainers. Yes. And see what happens. It's a terrible idea, but that's what we're gonna do. This is the accuracy room. It's pretty nasty when every attack lands without fail. Why not play it normally then? If you're not having fun, then what's stopping you? Because I started on a Nuzlocke and I'm very stubborn, so unless I like legitimately fail it, I don't want to just quit. That's why I'm putting myself through this. Cause I'm weird like that. No, don't shockwave. Wow. Oh no! Oh no. Don't paralyze me. No, hit it. No! I'm one of those people that if I say I'm gonna do a thing, I'm gonna do a thing. Cause I'm stubborn like that. I'm afraid. Actually, we don't have any potions either, do we? I'm not against using items in battle. I'm gonna go get some potions. There is a Pokemon Mart here. I just missed it, apparently. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Everyone can yell at me about it later. It's fine. Just get some of these, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. That's not gonna help much, but whatever. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I thought it would be fun when I started to do a Nuzlocke, because I've never done a Nuzlocke before. I'm like, yeah, let's try it. And it just... Yes, go through. I mean, I guess I could always go through the other room to get the experience, but I don't want to... Defense... No. Recovery. Yeah, let's do the recovery room. Just when you think you're going to win, your opponent restores HP. Can you just imagine how awful that must feel? I'll show you exactly how awful it feels. Wow, you're an asshole. I don't like this guy. He's just an asshole. I didn't heal before I came in here. What the fuck is my issue? Everything. Oh, was that? You wanted to heal? No. I couldn't restore HP enough. What attack power. You didn't have a chance. Okay, I lied. We need to go heal. I don't know why I didn't heal before I came back into this building. No, I'm a very stubborn person, and when I set out on something, even if I'm not having the most fun with it, I'm going to attempt to see it through. Because I am. That's why we did the violent Jevil fight the other day, even though it was annoying the crap out of me. We got it eventually. I'm one of those people that will bash their head against the wall until it breaks. That's why we died to Sans 100 and... How many times was it? 133 times. Because I said I was gonna do it! Just do it. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. I don't know if that applies here. Oh boy. Oh boy. But see, the other thing is, like, the one-hit KO room. I don't want to go in that room, I lied. We're gonna go in the other room. What's the other room? Defense room. Sure, whatever. But see, I said after I got to level 35, I would attempt Norman. I'm at level 35, so that's why we're doing this. Though better judgment says I should maybe train some more. We're going to try it. That's a bad room, yeah. The higher the defense, the more reckless I can be in attack. Well, yeah, I guess. Bigly tough. Oh, no double edge. Our defenses weren't enough. No, they were not. Okay, wait, does this also lead to the one hit? Yeah, we're not going in that door. I refuse. Strength room. We'll go in that room. Going to use one of those potions so I don't have to run out of this fucking building again. Where is it? Do I want to do that? Yeah, it's fine. If I need to heal before I go see Norman, I'll go heal before we go see Norman. Dying. Don't know why I'm dying. Our gym leader told us to go all out and beat you, even if you happen to be the leader's kid. Nuzlocke certainly aren't for everyone. I'm basically doing, yeah, very basic rules. I didn't want to put any more handicaps on myself than I already am. And again, just the luck of the draw hasn't been very good for me. And that's the thing that, I guess, frustrates me. I mean, I guess that adds to the challenge of the strategy, but it's not even just, like, what Pokemon I get. It's one of the battles I lost to Pokemon because they used Howl and then got a critical in the same hit. I would have been fine if it was one or the other, but not both, unfortunately. So it's like stuff like that. Yes, some of the deaths have been because I haven't been paying attention or I, you know, took a chance on things. But, still, it's a little more frustrating than I thought it would be. Gym leader's room. See for yourself what Pokemon will wait for you, the sign says. No, actually, I'm making an executive decision. I know we weren't going to go through the other rooms, but maybe it'd be better to get the experience from a choke in these other rooms. At least get me one more level. Well, the thing is with like most one-hit KO attacks in this game is the accuracy for them are usually crap. That's the trade-off. The ability to attack before the opponent. Just that alone puts me at a great advantage, don't you agree? Yeah, sure. So it's like I don't limit myself on battle items or anything like that for my Nuzlocke rules. It's very vanilla. I'm doing vanilla Nuzlocke. Though I wish I just did vanilla Pokemon. I don't even remember the reasoning that got me into doing this. I just decided to do it, but it's like it's been going on for so long because we only play it once a week. Oh, that's right. We were using this to break up another game. I don't remember what game we were using to break it up. Well, break up what game? Was it Undertale that we were breaking it up with or something else? It doesn't really matter. Oh no, a Swellow. Yeah, the accuracy isn't that high unless they maybe use X accuracies. We're not using Machoke against Swellows because it'll just be a bad idea. We'll just use Fipple. Come on, Fipple. There you go. Fipple was our savior that one time, so it's important. Hey, it's part normal, it counts. No, wouldn't its flying typing negate any kind of advantage that the fighting attack has against Swellow's normal? That and it just has flying moves and I don't want to risk it. Oh, confusion room. Ugh. Defense room. Wait, we already did defense room. Gonna just chance it, I guess. Hello. This is the confusion room. Let me see how well bonded you are with your Pokemon. This isn't a game that has the ability to raise bond to, you know, fix confusion. Oh, a Spinda. Kill it. No, kill it. Kill it with Vital Throw. Okay, I'm also going to make another executive decision. We're getting rid of this experience share. I want the full experience. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Strength room. Did we already do strength room? Yes. No, I'm not going to fight my dad right now. Fuck you, you're not my boss. Do what I want, which is avoiding my dad. Okay, we're gonna go in the one-hit KO room. Oh, okay. And make fighting moves deal normal damage. I don't want to risk it against Swallow. Like I said, my luck when it comes to opponent Pokemon getting criticals and shit like that has been terrible in this run. I'm not going to take it easy just because you're our leader's kid. I'll show you how horrid it is for a Pokemon to take a critical hit. Okay, calm down. Everyone in this gym is so fucking feisty. Jesus Christ. Quick, kill it! Kill it with Vital Throw! No, kill it! Please kill it. Okay, I killed it. That's all the rooms in this gym, though, isn't it? I can't hold it off any longer, can I? No. I don't think I can. Wah. No. I'm just gonna double check the traders in here. Okay, we beat that Swallow, we beat the Delcatty, we beat the Spinda, the Wigglytuff, the Slackoth, the Zangoose, and the Vigor. Okay, yep, I can't hold it off anymore. We gotta go beat up my dad next. Imagine if everyone's names and titles are constantly all caps in real life. Player defeated. Cool Trainer Burke! That's how it would be. Your power, you're the real deal. So, you know, you just be having a normal conversation. It's like, yes, this is Mr. Kishimoto! I don't know, you just have to yell everyone's name and title all the time. You'd have a normal conversation. Quick, my break is over in 2 minutes. Yeah, no, quick is not how I play this. We do this very slow and monotonously. I'm not good at Nuzlocke. I take my sweet old fucking time. Nothing gets done. Ever. Just do it. Do the thing you're supposed to do. Alright, here we go. Very slow and crying the whole time. Yup. If I had to write a novel, like a novelization for this Nuzlocke, that's what the title would be. Very slow and crying the whole time. It has to be a long title. That makes it more artistic. And serious. Okay, we're gonna go do it. Again, I'm gonna call for everyone to give me their energy for a spirit bomb, because this is gonna be horrible. Did I save? Save. Yes, just save it. Look at this, we've wasted 13 minutes doing nothing because I don't want to be in this room. Alright, you guys ready? I'm not! I'm so fucking nervous. What's his first Pokemon? Oh, I'm a wreck right now. It's a Spinda with Teeter Dance. And Psybeam? No. We're gonna start with someone else. I remember reading some of the comics. It's been a while. I don't think I've seen all of them. And I know I've seen other people do comics for theirs. We are not starting with him if it's a fucking... Who do I want to start with? I guess you. We're not starting if that Spinda has Psybeam. He doesn't get stabbed from it, but I'm not taking the chance. Let's see. Okay. I'm sure you'll be fine. The indecision is going to do more damage than Norman. No, I'm sure it is. So you did get 4 gym badges. Fine, as I promised, we will have a Pokemon battle. Forte, I'm so happy that I can have a real battle with my own child. That is a weird thing to say to your kid, Dad. But a battle is a battle. I will do everything in my power as a gym leader to win. Forte, you better give it your best shot, too. I will try. Oh, no. Ah! Leader Norman would like to battle. Send out a Spinda! Body slam. No. I would say paralyze it, but then he'd get a boost. Kill it. Kill it. Vigor off. Anything I need to worry with this Vigor off. He just has Feint Attack. And Encore. Encore can be annoying. No. No. Flamethrower. Stab. No, fuck your slash. Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Ah. I'm getting chest pains. Okay. Belly drum. Headbutt slash. Okay. Ooh. So nervous. No. Oh boy. Flamethrower. We're slower, but we get stabbed. I mean, they get stabbed from slash too, than normals. Oh, and you're burned. Fuck you. But you have facade. Iron defense. Oh, you used a hyper potion. I don't know why. A hyper potion. Die. No! Die! Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yes, we're gonna change. We're gonna change. Okay, we're gonna... Where is it? We're gonna X attack. Yeah, that's right. You loaf. Should I do one more? We'll do one more. Do one more. No, you can't counter. Oh! Okay, wait. And he's gonna be loafing around next attack. We can do one more. One more. Hold on. I want to go check one thing. Oh, boy. Ah. Oh, God. If I had, like, a heart monitor right now, a doctor would want to see me. Because, I'm not doing well. Whew. I feel like I'm going to die. Bless you, kitty. Bless you. I don't know if you guys heard that. My cat's down here. She's sneezing on my foot. I got socks on that, though. Let's see. Vital Throw always comes after the target attack, but never misses. So maybe we shouldn't use Vital Throw. What do we have? Why do I not get stabbed from Seismic Toss? Why is that a thing? Uh-oh. Well, he can't counter if it goes second, right? Is that how that works? Oh boy. Actually, he loafed around. He'll loaf around after this turn. Let's use his 4th X attack. Oh, okay. Ah! Okay, and you're loafing this turn. So, Vital Throw, go! Vital Throw, go! Vital Throw, go! Kill it, kill it, kill it! Yes! Oh my God. Ah! Ah! Guys, look, we did it! And we didn't have a casualty! Ah! Guys! We did it! I can't believe it! Forte! I lost to Forte! Yeah, fuck you, Dad! But rules are rules! Here, take this! Ah! Yay! that badge, the defense of all your Pokemon will increase. Pokemon that know the HM moves Surf will be able to travel over water. This is my gift to you. Forte, I'm sure you can use it correctly. I hope so. The Exocats were you know, a safety net. 4 safety net. I think you really went for overkill with the 4 X attacks. No. It was worth it. Double the power of moves if the Pokemon is poisoned, paralyzed, or burned. It might be able to turn a bad situation into an advantage. Hooray! As the gym leader, I can't express how upset I am. But as a father, it makes me both happy and a little sad. It's odd. Who are you? Who's this again? Ah, there you are, Forte. Please come with me. I have something I want you to have. Okay. Norman, you don't mind, do you? Let me borrow your Forte for a minute or two. That's a weird way to refer to me as, but okay. You probably would have just been fine with just 1 or 2. Nope. Gotta do it overkill. Oh, it's Wally's uncle? Forte, please excuse us for dragging you here this way. But our Wally's become very healthy since he went to Turf Town. Still don't know how to say that properly without pausing. We owe it all to you. When Wally left town, you helped him catch a Pokemon, right? I think that made Wally really happy. Actually, not just Wally. It made me, his father, happy too. Oh no, this is his dad. He went to go live with his uncle, right? But it doesn't matter. I don't care. Happy that he's gained such a great friend as you. Yes, we've hung out so much. We are such great friends. He is my bestie. This isn't a bribe or anything, but I'd really like you to have this. Why would you say it that way? Please be friends with my son. Take this HM, I beg you. If your Pokemon can surf, you'll be able to go all sorts of places. I don't think we have anything that can learn surf. Do we have anything that can learn surf? Do we have anything that can learn surf, or are we stuck? Use? Oh no! I don't have anyone that can learn surf! And my loophole is dead! What are we gonna do? Did the run just... I mean... I will exercise another loophole. Hold on, I'm gonna check that one. Going by Nuzlocke rules, you can technically catch something just to use an HM. Oh, okay. We might do that. I like to have things that are already dead so I don't accidentally use them. Let's see. Where did I catch you? Do for a town. I'm just saying. Technically, I could use that rod in any town and it would still count as a new encounter. Technically. But I've already caught a Magikarp. So, and I don't catch doubles. So, And I'm pretty sure I accidentally healed Elopool there. So I can't just leave it in my party. Because then I'd accidentally use it. Probably. Oh, my poor Diesel. Yeah. Did you get healed? I'm just gonna take you out to check. Oh, I can catch a tentacle? Okay. Oh, wait, place. Let's see. Wait, where can I catch a tentacle at? We're in Petalburg. Petalburg. What are the Pokemon I catch in Petalburg, technically? I can catch a Goldeen or a Magikarp. Or we can go to a different city that has slightly higher level Pokemon. That's why that Gyarados' name is Elopool. It's loophole backwards because I used using that as a loophole. Let's see. Can't catch anything in Fall Arbor. Does our town have a puddle in it that I can Oh wait, technically we can go clear a new mobile now, right? Too. We need Surf to go do that. Technically. You can't catch anything in mobile, can you? No, you can't. I don't know. I'm dying right now. I'm kind of dying, but not really. I just have a cough. That counts as dying for me, I guess. What can we catch in Slateport? Is there anything better I can catch in Slateport? Nope, just a Tentacool or a Magikarp. They're gonna be low anyway, actually. It doesn't fucking matter because it's an old rod I'm using. What am I doing? I hear you. I died a few times yesterday eating mildly spicy Thai food. That's why I don't like spicy food. I'll eat it, maybe, if I have nothing else to eat. I don't like spicy stuff. I'm just gonna use this. Where do you get the good rod at? Or just good rod, Pokemon, Emerald? Just saying. It's slightly. Oh. You'll be able to travel east of Mava City. Once you cross the... Okay, I have to be able to surf to get that. Damn it! Just fine. Use. I'm not fucking fishing by this kid. He's ruining my concentration. Oh, okay, Astral. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier. But hello, and good night. I'm sorry. I think I was in the middle of a rant or something. I don't remember. Can't catch it if it's a Magikarp. It's a Magikarp. Oh, I didn't heal! The fuck? Just go heal real quick. Also, I wanna... Oops. I'm also going to switch to Fipple, so I can just paralyze whatever I come across. I can't really attack anything, I'll end up killing it. The little bit of spicy food it had, I haven't minded. It's just, I feel like I drown myself because whenever I take a bite, I then have to like take a drink or something because I'm just dying. Or that's how it feels. Oops. I'm gonna do that. No, I need Goldeen! What's the next gym? Is it Winona? Wyona? It's Wyona, right? That's how you say it? The flying type? Let's see, we're at 5. So it's Wyona, Liz and Tate, and Wallace. I don't know what we're gonna do about Wallace at all. I mean, I know that's pretty far ahead. I don't think Minum can handle Wallace. Because everything else is like weak to water. I shouldn't sit here and I guess overthink it, but that's what I'm good at. It's only a 30% chance to get a fucking Goldie. I don't catch doubles. Come on, Goldie. Yeah. I'm gonna name you Elopool too. I've already decided on this. use Peck. Just get in this great ball. Yay. I did it. Okay. In springtime, schools of Goldeen can be seen swimming up falls and rivers. It meets out staggering damage with its single horn. Yippee. Yes. Hello. Pool. I want a space. 2. Okay. There we go. No, it's just Aloe Pool 2. I did it. Yay. Yeah, we can surf. It's gonna be great. Just... No. Give. I would have gone with Aloe Tool for a play on words. Well, it's Aloe Pool because, again, it's loophole backwards. That's why Magikarp was named that. Because I wanted something else to fill out my party and thought it would be helpful for Flannery. But Aloe Pool died during the Watson fight, so we didn't have her for Flannery. Hi, Kitty. I did feed Kitty before the stream, before Danny comes in here and asks me. But I've also been feeding her more often throughout the day, so she might be expecting like another scoop. I know there's something over here. I want it. Nether. That's fine. What is there item-wise out here? Is there anything? No? I think I got myself too worked up about that gym fight. My chest still kind of hurts. The long way back? I don't remember. Whatever. I think we should be able to do new Mawile now. Is it worth doing new Mawile? Do we have to do that? Is it? I don't think, is it required? I don't know why I'm looking in this Ruby and Sapphire guide, hoping that would help. I guess the only reason we would want to go in there is to get another Pokemon. Right? I don't like how this book is laid out at all. It's optional. I mean, maybe it would be a good idea because we have the flying type gym next. I think we have a few Pokemon that have rock type attacks though, so we could always use those. And the fire types that we have are okay against Skarmory, because she has a Skarmory, right? Pretty sure she does. I mean, maybe it would be a better idea to fill out the team. I mean, technically we have Minun, we have Fipple. Do I want to rely just on Fipple? Is Fipple gonna be my Jar Jar Binks? Is he gonna be the key to everything? I guess we can at least talk to Watson. Oh, Forte, you look like you have a lot of zip. That's a good thing. Haha. Fine, I've decided I need a favor, Forte. Mauveille City has an underground sector called New Mauveille. Forte, I'd like you to go in there and switch off the generator. The generator has been running a bit haywire. It's getting unsafe. Here, this is the key to get into New Mauveille. Thank you. Don't you worry about it. It won't be a challenge to you. The entrance to New Mauveille is just a short surf away from Route 110. That's it then. You have my trust. Just trust the 10-year-old or however-year-old to go in and fix your shit. It's fine. What's even in there? Oh, we could get Thunderbolt. We can always do that later. Yeah, no, you always send 10-year-old people to go turn off, you know, dangerous haywire generators. That's what I do. That's why I don't babysit anymore. I'm just saying we could, again, maybe fill out the team. Let's see. What attacks do you have? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That way I don't have to come back down here later for one. Let's just go nab one real quick. We're in the area. You could always get Thunderbolt real quick too, but that would require going through the whole dungeon. Not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, I don't think... You don't have any ground moves anymore, do you? Not technically. But... You'll be immune to most of the electric moves in here. The door is locked. Use the basement key? Yes. Alright, let's see what we get. Magnemite. That's fine. Magnemite. I won't. We'll just throw great balls at it. Ah, man, I don't have new words pulled up for names. Quick, someone go find a weird word to name this Magnemite, if we catch it. Okay, I need a word now. Unusual words. I didn't look this up. had this page up in forever because we haven't played in a while, so... Apricity? What does it mean? Apricity. The warmth of the sun in the winter. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I like that word. I didn't know it, so... Learning! The units at its sides are extremely powerful magnets. They generate enough magnetism to draw in iron objects from over 300 feet away. We'll go with apricity for now. Anything else, we'll use yours, Twaz. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's just how I'm going to pronounce it for now. A-P-R-I-C-I-T-Y. Okay. No, I didn't want it in the dead box. I'm gonna have to move that later. We're gonna just finish this area out so we can get Thunderbolt for later. I think what we're gonna do is we're going to do New Mavile here, and then we'll call it for the night. Because again, I think I worked myself up too much about Norman. I'm exhausted. Okay, this is a pretty straightforward dungeon. Oh, so one thing I do want to discuss, because I don't know what to do for Monday. We're done with... Oh, fuck. We're done with Deltarune and Undertale now. So I don't know what to do on Monday. I don't have a backup game. I do have Celeste downloaded on this computer. I think I have Bindi and the Ink Machine on here. Yeah, I have Bindi and the Ink Machine downloaded. I have Cuphead if I want to make myself angry, but I don't really know if I want to make myself angry right now. And I'm just going based off things I have downloaded on here, by the way, that aren't like Let's Play stuff that I need to record things for. We're not talking about that. I was planning on doing Psychonauts at one point, yes, but I don't have it downloaded. I guess I was looking for something that I already had downloaded on here. Oh, I have Doki Doki Literature Club on here. We could play Doki Doki Literature Club. You guys want to play a nice, happy dating sim? I've never played a dating sim before. You guys want to play a nice, friendly dating sim? I think I downloaded that because a friend told me to in Doki Doki. Not Doki Doki. Bindi. Because I was recommended them at a convention and I just haven't had time to play them because I haven't had time to play them. How long is Bindi as a game? How long is Bindi and the Ink Machine? HowLongToBeat.com. Main story 3.5 hours, main and extra 6.5 hours, completionist 11 hours. Oh, no problem. I get it. People have different tastes in what they watch streams for. Again, I only do the Nuzlocke once a week because, well, it was to break up a previous game. I still don't remember what game that was. And for just a different kind of thing. So that's why it's only once a week. I like the concept of like Nuzlocke. I don't know why I said concept that weird. It just, this one has been a little stressful for me. And like I said, it doesn't help that we wiped on the first gym, so that just kind of like set the mood for everything after it. Ah, shit. Yay. Do we have any paralyzed heals? I skipped the fucking... We do. Of course, I'm probably going to need another one eventually, but we'll just get through it. No! I didn't actually want to step on that. And I don't have any repels. But yeah, I try to, I guess, vary up my stream schedule because that way I don't want to get overwhelmed with something. Okay, don't let me step on that green button. I don't know how you guys are going to stop me from doing it, but just don't let me do that. I do like your name, by the way. Barrel Fish in a Bucket. It's fun. And I'm easily amused. Oh shit. No, not supersonic. How dare you? Ow! Ow! Come on. There you go. Ow. Ah. Fighting Magnemites. I feel like playing a spooky game next Monday would be fitting because next week is Halloween week. But it's not like I'm playing games every day on Halloween week. What moves do you have? I wonder if I have like a kind of well, you're a fake item. If I've ever seen one. Oh no, you're not. I lied. Okay. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Ah! You stole the name from my best friend. You can call me Bo5. What? For some reason my vision's really blurry. I think it's because I got overworked by that stupid fucking gym battle. Is it Bo-Fib? I mean, there's an I and an A there. That wouldn't technically work, right? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I guess. I'm trying to think if I have like a short horror game that wouldn't last that I could just do as like a one-shot next week, but I don't think I do. Most of the games I have on Steam are a little involved. I have Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Simulator. I don't really feel like playing that though. I think I only have it downloaded too because it's technically one of the free games, so it's not in my library if I don't have it downloaded, and I'm weird about it being listed in my library with the rest of the Five Nights games, and that's why it's there. You're a fake, aren't you? mean, I could always just say barrel. It depends on how people, well, what they prefer, I guess. I think Tattletale is short if you have that. I know that was on my wish list, but I don't think I've picked it up yet. No, I don't have it. Some of these games I want to say I don't remember buying, but I think that's because I got them in bundles. One thing I like about this dungeon, by the way, I don't know if you heard it, the mixing with the music, they have, I'm pretty sure, like cries of like Voltorb or Magnemites in there. They did it in the one tunnel with Whismer too. You'd hear like their cries occasionally like layered in. They're just a nice little like atmospheric detail. I'm not a fan of barrel or fish. Bow Fab is the condensed version of the entire long game. Rolls off the tongue better, I think. Huh, okay. Whichever you prefer, my dude. My cat got mad because my mom came over last night and moved her off her spot on the couch. My mom came over at a really weird time. I said she dropped off the food saver, so the vacuum sealer thingy. She came over at like 4:30 this morning to drop it off. I mean, I was still awake. She's like, I can't sleep. I'm gonna come over and drop some stuff off for you. I'm like, oh, okay. I told her she shouldn't move from her spot. She was comfortable. Mom doesn't listen. I mean, my cat takes it in stride. She'll just move back once the spots open back up, of course. But, yeah, I told Mom, but she didn't listen to me. Damn it. How dare I inconvenience the poor babies? I didn't do it, it was Mom. I told her not to do it. You can tell she's comfy too. And my mom's like, nope, I'm gonna sit here. I'm like, Mom! Okay, I need to watch how my health is doing here. Probably gonna swap out his power points are getting low. Oh yay, paralyze heal. Damn it! I mean, this is fine. I'll get some experience leveling in, but you can consider those Voltorb event mons somewhat, and they could be up for catching. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I will exploit a loophole if I can, because things have not been good for me in this run. So we'll do that! What was that, what was the name that you suggested, Twaz? It bears an uncanny and unexplained resemblance to a Pokeball. Because it explodes at the slightest shock, even veteran trainers treat it with caution. Scroll up. Bosquet, like bouquet, but with an S. B-O-S-Q-U-E-T. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Oh, P also got put in the dead box. Yeah, I said the next name would be the one that you suggested. No, I'm about to say don't step on that button, I swear to God! Yeah, no, it's nice actually having 6 Pokemon for a change. Knock on fake wood. I'm gonna switch to someone else for now. Damn it! Because that was the other frustrating thing. Like every time I got like a decent amount of Pokemons, like something would happen and someone would die, and I would get frustrated and annoyed. I like how the switch for this generator is just, you know, a giant button on the floor. The generator appears to have stopped. No one gets power anymore. Okay, now can I... Do I even have an escape rope? Can you escape rope out of here? I don't remember. We're gonna try. Yes, we can. Neat. I don't feel like walking all the way back. I'm all for bending, extending the rules of Nuzlocke, so you can only make them as challenging as you want. You really only make them as challenging as you want. You have the option to just pull out past Mons or second chances, for example, but in the Gaia Watch, you faint at Mons are automatically deleted. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I keep them in the box more as like a memorial. I don't release them. But we also kind of have like sort of a contingency set up. So I said if I failed on this one, because I used Trico as my starter, I said if I failed on this one, I would go back through only one other time for the Nuzlocke with a Mudkip to see if I had any better luck that way. But it's like that's so far back at this point that our other backup is like if I actually have a full team wipe, I'll just use only the Pokemon that I've caught to finish the game or something like that. Maybe stick to the Nuzlocke rules or something, but, you know, throw the entire fainting as dead rule off the table a little bit. I knew it, Forte. I knew I made the right choice asking you. This is my thanks. A TM containing Thunderbolt. Go on, you've earned it. I stepped on a button, but okay. Yeah. Oh, I designed it to be intense. He wanted it to be challenging for his first Nuzlocke, so I delivered. I mean, that's fair. It pleases me to no end to see the young step up and take charge. I just did really basic stuff because it was my first time. Okay, I need to get these guys out of the dead box. Wait, box 3. Okay, this is my extras. Oh. Oops, no. Gotta name this box real quick. Damn, goddamn. Okay. Yes. No, I meant no. Get out of there. Oakley dokley. Well, I think that is enough for now. I'm exhausted from that stupid fucking gym battle, and I do have other things I need to go do. I know we started technically later, but I guess we're technically 15 minutes off. Or usually like 3-hour thing. Should mention that I'm a ROM hacker, so he got lucky and has ended up with a fully custom run of Fire Red. And again, why I like to watch other people play them. Gives me ideas. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, I like reading and seeing other people, you know, play and talk about like ROM hacks and like different challenges. It's just I guess I just don't have the right mindset for it. Again, it's like it's hard for me to not compare this now to like I was just rewatching GDQ speedruns and I saw a speedrun of Emerald. I'm like, oh, it must be nice to get through it in 3 hours. We're at 30, 34, 35. So I don't know. I guess I do just enjoy playing the more vanilla, but I'm one of those people that if I say I'm going to do a thing, I'm going to try and do it. Even if I get frustrated with it. It's like I have a little bit of fun with it, but it's like I find myself just a lot more anxious most of the time when I'm playing this, unfortunately. But you know, to each their own, really. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it for the night. Oh yes, he's up to 30 hours now. He tends to be paranoid. See, that's what I do. It's like we'll spend like hours grinding so we're over leveled so we have a decent chance. And even then it's kind of nerve-wracking. You could call it stubborn or you could call it filled with determination. Yeah. Okay, we can say determination. Again, we spent what, 10 hours on Sands for 133 deaths. Like I said, I like to butt my head against the walls. It's not really a good thing though. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it for the night. Like I said, I got some things I need to still go take care of. And I'm kind of hungry now. I worked myself up too much and I worked up an appetite. At least my headache's gone. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, we do the Nuzlocke on Wednesdays. At the moment. And it's gonna stay there until I beat it or wipe again or whatever, because I don't want to just give up. Not in my character. But I appreciate you tuning in, and I'm glad you were at least entertained. I think my phone just went off. I have a game on my phone. Only one of them does this, and it has like a custom sound when it has like a notification, and it freaks me out every time it goes off, and I think that's what just happened. Anyway, but yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget about socials down below for details. I know I still haven't got a schedule up for next week and the week after because it's going to be very spotty with when I'm streaming. But soon. I'm still kind of behind on things. But I'm starting to feel better now, so maybe I can get a handle on them finally. Anywho, I should see you guys on Friday for some more Deadly Premonition. We're probably going to do some more side quests still, because like I said, I want to get them done sooner than earlier. Sooner than later. Sooner than earlier? What the fuck am I saying? Sooner than later. But I do want to push that story a lot eventually, too. Because it gets good. It gets good. Anyway, until then, you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, bye!